Now that we covered the traits of strong leaders, let's talk about the traits of strong managers. And again, sometimes a single individual might have both the traits of a strong leader and a manager, but often it's one or the other, or often people are stronger in one than the other. But at various times, if you're in a leadership position, you're going to be called upon to be either a manager or a leader. So you need to perfect both of them as much as possible. And for some people, it's not easy. And then that's when you need to get either a co-founder or somebody on your team who has the other skill set. So you have to understand which one you are, a leader or a manager, to which you're more strongly suited, and either learn the skills that you lack from the leader or manager, or maybe get someone on your team who can help you who can supplement that, right? If you're a leader, then you need a strong organized manager. So let's go through the skills that are needed for good managers. Of course, managers have to be organized, and they have to be able to actually do the execution or oversee the execution of a vision. Whereas leaders have the vision and communicate the vision, managers are organized enough to actually implement it and execute it. So the way that they start to execute it is they have to be able to break down the vision into small and manageable tasks that then comprise a roadmap to success, and then be able to delegate each part of the task to team members. And of course, they have to be able to direct the day-to-day work. So consistency is a big part of their job. Like the leader or an entrepreneur might have one idea one day, another idea another day. They can change direction. But once you decide, okay, we're sticking with some direction, there has to be day-to-day consistency. Here are a few other tasks or traits that managers have. You have to be able to match resources to tasks that you have. So this is the ability to be grounded, to not underestimate, to not overestimate, and this is sometimes done by being caught up in emotions. If you are overly enthusiastic as a leader, you might fall into the trap of overestimating, right? You might think something might be easier or need less resources than it would. If you have negative emotions, you might think you need more resources. So a manager is more even-handed. Okay, so if you're even-handed, you're gonna be more likely to make correct predictions. A manager is also organized in that they establish processes, rules, operating procedures so that everyone on the team knows their role, what to do, and to what level of quality that task needs to be done. So they're responsible for managing expectations of team members, managing their happiness, all those things. Also, every once in a while, there will be conflicts. In human situations, they're unavoidable. And managers are usually good at conflict management, and they're able to resolve it properly. Also, the managers are also usually very good at making sure that all the people on the team have what they need to be able to perform the job well. So you see, the manager is essentially the person who dots the I's and cross the T's and is very detail oriented and just make sure that everything that's needed is there, thinks ahead, plans ahead, all that. The leader is the one that inspires, that has the vision, and in one person, it's ideal if one person is both. But the more you can have of this on your, it's rare to have one great person that has both, right? So the more that you grow all these skills in yourself, the better leader and manager you'll be, and overall, the more successful your projects will be. Because if you make yourself into a great manager and a leader, then of course you'll have the vision, but you'll also be able to execute on the vision. And often things go wrong where people either have no vision or are not able to execute. One part of it is missing. The leadership part is missing, or the management part is missing. So for you, you have to, over time, make yourself either good at the things that you're lacking, or bring on like a co-founder or someone else to help you with the things that you're lacking.